Hello, welcome to my second channel. Today I'm going to Walmart to dye my shoes. Would this be considered a vlog? I shouldn't look at the camera. Would this be considered a vlog? Am I going fast enough? I mean, yeah, a video vlog. Hello? I don't know. I'm going to Walmart and I'm going to dye my shoes. And it's not exactly a tutorial, but if the shoes come out right, be happy to follow what I do. And if it don't come out right, I just realized I went to the wrong lane to Walmart. It's over there. See you later, alligator. I got the dye. I got this. And I didn't get brown, I was a little sad at first. Because I was like, I'll make do with what we have. But I got green. The next best color, I guess. Because there was like red and stuff, but I was like, no. I'm now home. These are my shoes. I put them in water a little bit. The video I'm supposed to be watching did not tell me to put it in water. But I put it in water anyways. Because I saw another video that put it in water. And then I realized I probably shouldn't have done that. So I dried off the plastic parts. I don't know what this material is. The white part of it. And so, because we're going to put petroleum jelly on it. Like now we're going to put tape on the edges. Like right here. I'll just put the tape. And then I'll just show you. So I put the tape, and it probably would have been better if I didn't wet the shoes, because then the tape does not stick well. The tape is for protecting the shoes, so when you put the petroleum jelly only on the white part, it's supposed to stop the dye. So the video that I'm watching of this guy said you gotta have pretty much most of this stuff. The only thing I don't have of what he said to get is two giant bins. And I just figured, why not just put it in a pot? I don't understand. I don't feel like looking for bins. So he said a measuring cup, a spoon, petroleum jelly, Dawn soap, this thing, the dye fixative, and an all-purpose dye of your choice. I chose green because I didn't have brown. They have the synthetic one, but I had a feeling the synthetic would not go through because the shoes that I'm wearing are not synthetic. So, and it's cotton for the most part and whatever. And he said to get a bottle and gloves. Not a fork. And we're going to need a boiling pot of water of at least 2 to 3 gallons. This one could hold more than 3 gallons, so. And you have to boil it. That bitch is boiling. And then I just have another pot that I'm gonna put my shoes in because I don't think I own 2 giant bins. And if I come to regret it, that's okay. So as I'm doing this video, I'm gonna be watching his video, and hopefully it works. So let's get the process started. As you're prepping the shoe, have the water boiling inside your big ass pot. So I guess the first step, or third, I don't know, is to start putting the petroleum jelly on all this white spots and wherever you don't want dye on. Now this white part is the only part that I care about, not getting dye on. So petroleum jelly, and start using your fingers. Oh, look at me. I don't actually have muscles. It's all Mexican fat is what makes me big and strong. Start lathering up this baby. So it doesn't matter to me if the shoe doesn't come out completely perfect. After you finish putting the petroleum jelly, then you wash your hands. Take the petroleum jelly off your fingers, because I think that putting petroleum jelly on the parts you do want dyed, it may leave spots of non-coloring, non-dyeing, and you'll just have fingerprints on it, unless that's like your go-to thing. Or at least that's what he said. Maybe the petroleum jelly won't work at all. Maybe you're better off just using tape. I heard someone say electrical tape is best. Maybe I should try that. So now we put on the gloves. And these gloves are kind of small for the hands. Wait. I remember when I used to work at Subway, and when you have to put on gloves on at Subway, but you constantly have to kind of stay busy at Subway, unless it's like super slow. But other than that, if your manager's around, they want you to stay busy constantly, really. And it would be so... These gloves are kind of small. Or maybe it's just hard to put them on. Probably both. So I'm just going to use half of the bottle, because it's not this serious. You got to shake this bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So you should probably use gloves. Use clothes that you don't care about getting dye on. I totally forgot about that, but I'm already wearing clothes that I don't care about. Half a bottle. You know, really, it's actually pretty hard to tell if it's half a bottle. Just soap. So now you put the shoes in. I know it's scary. I know you're worried. Worried for me, worried for yourself, because you're probably trying to dye your shoes. And if you're not, what are you doing here? You're probably thinking about it. Well, let's see. Let's see if you should. Okay, it's my decision. I'm the one who... Let me shut up. Let's put the shoes in. What shoe? If the dye dyes the white part of the shoe, that's fine. I'll figure something out. So I saw in other videos that stirring it while it's in there is good. You know, cook up your shoes. It's good. Or pretty much however how long, like check on it like every 5 to 10 minutes to see the color if you want. But remember, it may be like once it's done drying, like for real, and that could be like 3 days. The color may be lighter than what it is when you've dyed it, because the dye is wet and it's gonna be a little darker. I'll show you when the shoes are done and I'm done cooking. I'm done whipping up the shoe meal. You know? It's gonna be delicious. Okay, so it's been like 30 to 40 minutes, and depending on how dark or light you want the shoes to be, that is how long you keep the shoes in there. I wanted it to be kind of dark, like a forest green, so I kept it in for that long. I could keep it in for longer, but like, I don't really care that much about what color it comes out. So around 40 minutes, this is what it's gonna look like, probably, or at least it did for me. So you see that the color still kind of messed with the outside, but it's not that bad. Probably could scrub it off. It's not a bad color, but we're gonna have to wait for like 3 days, or I guess I'll show you by the end of today what it looks like, and maybe put an update, a 3-day update on what it looks like. But this is what it looks like right now. So this is the shoes look like. This is what the shoes look like. Okay, this is what the shoes look like. You know, it looks, I'm pretty sure it probably got some dye on the white part, but I've seen videos of like people putting acetone and all that. And I'm thinking you should probably, like the video, the guy that I'm watching, he said use shoe cleaner and all that, but it's whatever. I'm thinking you should probably do the acetone, pretty much wipe it off as quickly as possible if this doesn't work, but who really knows? I don't. So next you want to get the dye fixative and your bottle of choice, and you can pretty much just use the bottle that you have in the house and like pour it into a cup or something, so you can use the bottle to spray and like wash it out, make sure there's no chemicals in it, you know. The color stay on it for like 20 minutes, the dude say, and then you rinse it off. So my logic is probably cold water, because if you want things to stay, use cold water. If you want things to leave, oh, my video's upside down. If you want things to leave, use hot water. So I'm gonna use cold water to rinse it out, and it says to rinse off the stay, whatever, and it said to rinse until the water runs clear. Time to try the acetone, which is nail polish remover, I guess. I'll just turn back on the video when I'm done with this. So I put the converse, like I used the acetone, whatever, and it did lighten things up just a little bit. And then I scrubbed it a little bit with the Dawn and Brillo. Now I put the shoes in the washer. I put it on semi-warm. If you want things to stay, use cold water. If you want things to leave, oh, my video's upside down. If you want things to leave, use hot water. I put it to where it's still, so the washer doesn't go too fast. I put a little bit of detergent, and I put it semi-warm so that it's not too hot, but it's also not cold. I don't know. So here's how my shoes look like after like putting them outside for a little while. It's lightened up a lot, but once again, when painting things or whatever, shoes or just paint in general, when it's wet, it's darker, and then as time goes by, it usually gets lighter. I was afraid that the color of the soles that are green will like rub off on my socks, so I actually put in some other soles in it. So it's Converse, and unless your soles have already fallen out the shoe like mine did, I just took mine out. because I was afraid that the dye was gonna like rub on my socks. Anyways, the shoes look nice. I like this color. It doesn't look bad at all. You can tell, I mean, the green is still a little tinted on the white part, but it's really not so bad. Especially if you have like a decent or nice looking pair of shoelaces on. The shoes look great. And yeah, I just have it outside because I didn't want to put it in the dryer. I had it in the dryer for like a few minutes, and then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna have it air dry. So I've been having it air dry outside for a while, and then the rest a little bit inside and a little bit outside, you know, before I put everything on. To recap, I probably should have put more petroleum jelly, but I don't know if that would have saved it. I feel like there's a possibility that the petroleum jelly is better than using tape, but I regret wetting my shoes at first because then it was hard to put the tape on, and the petroleum jelly probably couldn't stick on to the shoe as well. I'm probably going to be wearing them a lot, especially now that they don't look gross, because I was looking back on the video and the shoes when they were white looked really bad. So whatever. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, come back for next time, whatever next time will be. Also, this is like the third day since the beginning of making this video, so also keep that in mind. Goodbye.